Prime Minister Narendra Modi has interacted with the beneficiaries of the ongoing Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra via video conferencing and highlighted the progress the movement has made in less than 50 days since its launch. Addressing a crowd, Prime Minister shared gratitude for the wide reach of the movement, stating that Viksit Bharat Yatra started around 50 days ago, but it has already reached lakhs of villages. He highlighted that over 4.5 lakh new applications have been recorded for Ujjwala gas connections. Health checkups have also been conducted for approximately 1.25 crore individuals, and more such details. Well, in this telecast, we'll of course be discussing this and also talking about the schemes, what the impact of them have been for the common man. But first, let's listen in to some reactions coming in.
यात्रा शुरू होने के बाद उज्ज्वला गैस कनेक्शन के लिए 4.5 लाख नए लाभार्थियों ने आवेदन किया है। यात्रा के दौरान मौके पर ही 1 करोड़ आयुष्मान कार्ड दिए जा चुके हैं। पहली बार देशव्यापी हेल्थ चेकअप हो रहा है।
मेरे 1,03,000 दीदी समूह की दीदियों की तरफ से भी आपको बहुत बहुत नमस्कार।
कितने दीदी समूह?
1 लाख दीदी हमारे आजीविका मिशन में 1,03,000 दीदियां जुड़ी हैं, उनकी सबकी तरफ से आपको बहुत बहुत नमस्कार।
तो आप ये 1,03,000 दीदी की लीडर हैं?
नहीं सर, मगर हमारे जिले में है, समूह में है, हम सब संगठन में है। एक
तो पहला मेरा घर मिट्टी का था सर, मेरे पिताजी माताजी और मेरे बीबी बच्चे लेके सर उधर ही गुजरता। तो आप मेरे जो प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना का घर मिला सर, इसी घर बना के मैं बहुत खुश हूँ। मेरे बीबी बच्चे लेके मैं बहुत खुश हूँ सर।
Shivam Chhabra, BJP spokesperson, is joining us live. Arshpreet Singh Khadiyal, Congress spokesperson, is also live with us. Rajlakshmi Joshi, political analyst, joins us live. Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst, is also live with us. Shivam Chhabra, let me begin with you first. Just take us through how the Viksit Sankalp Yatra has panned out, what the objective of starting it of the BJP was. Shivam, can you hear me? Okay, I think we're having trouble with this connection. Let me bring in Arshpreet Singh Khadiyal of the Congress. Arshpreet Khadiyal, we are seeing how, of course, the BJP is hoping that this Yatra will help them in the run-up to 2024. They believe this is a way to showcase the schemes and the impact of them to the people. Do you agree? Okay, I think we've lost him as well, unfortunately, it seems. Let me bring in Rajlakshmi Joshi. Rajlakshmi, can you hear me?
Yes, Uday.
Okay.
Very good evening.
Rajlakshmi, just tell us about how you believe the Viksit Sankalp Yatra has been conceptualized, whether you believe it is a smart strategy, it's a smart Yatra, and what its impact really has been on ground.
Yes, Uday. What I see and what I I'm witnessing is that there are definitely a lot of schemes that have directly benefited a lot of people. There are so many beneficiaries, and Modi ji has been connecting with them on a regular basis via the Mann Ki Baat, of course. Yeah, as you have also observed, that Mann Ki Baat is not a political platform. It is something where he takes feedback from the people directly. So it's a social platform where he discusses social issues also. So I think that this is one step further, where he goes and he tries to, where he is understanding the feedback of the people, and at the same time, there are people who are directly registering or getting benefits of all these yojanas. So, there might have been a lot of people who are probably not aware of some of the schemes and yojanas and policies. So, this is an opportunity for them to directly connect with the beneficiaries and get the feedback also at the same time. So, what I understand is more than 600 of such events of these Viksit Sankalp Yojana, the Yatra has been conducted over the last 50 days, and you yourself was giving this report of how more than 1 lakh of people have newly registered for the Ujjwala Yojana, and some of them have also registered for all these schemes by the Prime Minister. So all of this has definitely benefited the people, and at the same time, there is this good connect between the prime minister and the ministers and the party, of course, the political party BJP, of course, and with the end beneficiaries. And at the same time, they're getting the feedback also. And also at the same time, it's almost like a campaigning for the entire elections coming up. So I think there's an excellent way of connecting with people and at the same time ensuring that the maximum people get all the benefits of all these yojnas. A lot of them are definitely something that can turn around people's lives, but some of them might not have yet reached it. So PM Modi always keeps talking about how this Antyodaya, so even the last person standing in the line should also be able to benefit. So that I think is the focus here, that every person should be able to understand, be aware of these schemes and policies, and as per their needs, they should be able to benefit from it as well. So obviously, that is how I think that these things are being conveyed. And at the same time, there is this tagline that they have said that हम सपने नहीं हकीकत को बुनते हैं, इसलिए लोग बार बार मोदी जी को चुनते हैं. So they don't want to put it across as a guarantee, but they want to put it across as something that has really touched the lives of people, and that is definitely going to affect the lives of people. So I think that that they want to make a stark difference between just promising something and making sure that something is being actually achieved on ground, and it's not just promises or guarantees. So that is, between the sapna and the hakikat, I think they're trying to do that. And I think that definitely it is a good way of connection.
Okay, let me in fact quickly bring in Gyanendra Mishra as well. Gyanendra Mishra, what do you believe has been the impact of the Viksit Bharat Yatra on ground, and do you believe this is one of the schemes which will help BJP get votes in 2024?
Good evening, Uday, and thank you for having me on your show. As you rightly said, yes, see the entire, I think the purpose for this Sankalp Yatra is with the forthcoming Lok Sabha election in mind. And as we all know that welfare schemes launched by Prime Minister or the current government has been one of the focus area for selling the good work done by the government. And this is the one plank along with, the Hindutva and the nationalism and the welfare scheme. That is the three plank around which the BJP basically knits its political strategy, political campaign to fight and win the election. And that is the core intent behind this Sankalp Yatra, where BJP will try to showcase the beneficiary and the benefit of various welfare measures, where various schemes that the current dispensations has launched. But the way it has been constructed, what I was basically looking forward to see in it is, apart from obviously some of the good aspect of these welfare schemes, some constructive feedback as well. Because we all know that there are so many shortcomings in terms of whether it is the Ujjwala Yojana, whether it is the Ayushman Yojana, whether it is the Jan Dhan Yojana, where when it was launched with much fanfare, there have been some good result and outreach of these yojanas. But during the course of these schemes, many, I would say, how you term it, that many of the, the lopsided effect of these yojanas, whether in terms of outreach, whether in terms of impact, whether in terms of the continuation of the benefits to the beneficiaries, have been raised by several, entity and individuals. And the data also shows, the government data also shows, that, one time the cylinder has been given to a rural household, and then people, they don't have the resources and wherewithal to refill it. So the once the cylinder was given free, it has been used, and there is no second filling of the cylinder, and people are back to the traditional ways of cooking. Same way, about the Jandan Yojana, that the account has been opened, but these almost 60% of the accounts have been closed during the course, or rather non-operative. Therefore, once the focus is on the impact of these schemes to the people, it would have been great if it has been rebuilt around getting some feedback as well, that where are the lacunas, where are the shortcomings, and how those shortcomings can be filled in, so that it becomes really effective in making some ground changes in the life of the common people. And but what we have seen till now is that some of the chosen beneficiaries are coming, and they're only talking about the what they have got out of this yojana. So that this entire exercise become a little lopsided exercise, because unless the assessment is on the positive as well as the negative, there is no real impact of this entire exercise, unless the intent of the exercise is plainly and simply political, keeping in mind the forthcoming elections for the parliament.
Okay. Is that something, Rajlakshmi, you agree with or disagree? And I think Arshpreet has also joined us back. We'll try and get him in after this. Rajlakshmi, your response first.
Uday, at the start itself, I said that is exactly the reason why PM Modi has this interactive session. Even in this Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra also, there is an interaction, not just with PM Modi, but with the ministers and whoever is conducting those yatras also, and during the Mann Ki Baat also. Now, let me tell you some figures connected with the Mudra Yojana and another thing called as Stand Up India, which both of them have been absolutely revolutionary, and they have completely changed the lives of a lot of women. And I'm not just going to say randomly lot of women. Let me give you the actual figures. The total of 306.4 million loans were given under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, and out of which some 69% of the total sanctioned loans was given to women, and 84% of them were sanctioned to women entrepreneurs under the Stand Up India Yojana. Now, another thing is that, there is this, especially the rural women have benefited a lot under both of these. So this has completely, changed their lives. So now out of 2 lakh and 9,000 loans which were sanctioned, some 1,77,000 loans have generated women entrepreneurs, and that is not a small amount there. You can imagine that all of these people now, that has they have facilitated microcredit through the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, and loans up to 10 lakh to micro enterprises, and all of this has generated jobs, and they have also empowered women. So they have made them self-sufficient. So, and that is the kind of feedback that people give during all these whatever interactive sessions are there. So this is not a small figure. Just imagine. And the Jan Dhan Yojana, which the previous speaker has very, he has very easily just swept it off. Just imagine, it is such a important feature, because the whatever money comes from the government is directly credited into the beneficiary's account, and for that reason these Jan Dhan Yojanas are a big boon, and which prove so useful, especially when there
let's hear out the other side as well now. Arshpreet Kadiyal of the Congress, come in here. You heard what a couple of the analysts had to say on these schemes, and of course also on this yatra that currently is on throughout the country. The Prime Minister had another interaction as part of it to beneficiaries, saying that the country is reaping the benefits of the scheme started by the Modi government, and of course all of this the BJP is hoping will help get them more votes in 2024. How are you viewing the yatra, the schemes, and the actual impact on ground?
The schemes that have been brought about by the Bharatiya Janata Party the one they are trying to propagate.
And also,
One,
let me congratulate you for your appointment as well, which has just come in today. Go ahead.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Uday. So one, these schemes that have been brought about by the Bharatiya Janata Party, one happened to be copied and pasted from the Congress Party. I quote, 30 plus schemes, 30 plus have been copied and pasted by the Bharatiya Janata Party. If the BJP spokesperson or a BJP supporter would want me to name all of them, I could do that as well. Number two, it's been 10 years since the government came into power, since these policies came, some in 2014, some in 2015. 9 years down the line, they realize that there is propagation that needs to be done. There are schemes that need to reach out to the people. I mean, one, this is admission of the fact that the government has failed for the last 10 years to propagate their scheme, to make them reach out to the beneficiaries. And this is proof of it. This Yatra says the objective of it is said to be saturation of the schemes brought about by the government. And if you could not do it in the last 10 years, why would you bring it about just a couple of months before the Lok Sabha election? Now, the people can connect the dots very well. My question to the BJP spokesperson or a BJP supporter is that is it a coincidence that this Yatra has been brought about just before the elections, not previously? Number two, my question to them is it scheme propagation or is it subtle advertising that the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to do of itself, given the fact that our leaders like to be on campaign mode 24/7. And when I say leaders, I mean the senior brass, the top brass of the government as well. Next is, this, everybody knows it for a fact, is a counter blast to Bharat Jodo Yatra. The Bharatiya Janata Party has realized that the Bharat Jodo Yatra has had an impact on the people of India. The Bharat Jodo Yatra has connected with the people of India. Therefore, to counter it, they have brought about this Yatra. And the timing also suggests it. First, the Bharat Jodo Yatra comes, then the Bharatiya Janata Party brings about this Yatra. So, the Bharatiya Janata Party has always been of the opinion that if the Congress Party does something, we should copy them, whether it be about schemes, policies, or Yatras. And that's pretty much it.
And is that why then, to counter their fresh Yatra, you also come up with the Bharat Nyaya Yatra? Quick take on that, and then I'll get in Shivam Chhabra to respond to you.
As far as the Bharat Nyaya Yatra goes, Uday, I think after the Bharat Jodo Yatra had concluded, it was already out and about that this Yatra is going to be coming. It was the demand of the people of India. Much before the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the Bharatiya Janata Party came up with this Yatra, our Yatra had already been in talks after the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So it's been much before the Bharatiya Janata Party even considered to counter it with their own Yatra. So all I'm saying is it's the Bharatiya Janata Party doing politics like usual, and the people of India are going to give them a befitting reply as usual. And I'll also tell them one more thing, because they've been very optimistic about 2024. In 20 years ago, the Bharatiya Janata Party had won Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh MP, and the Congress Party had lost it. And despite that, we had bounced back within a few months and emerged as the single largest party. Second time in 2019, a similar incident happened when 3 states were lost by you, and despite that, you bounced back. So if this can happen twice, it will happen thrice. Nevertheless, of your Yatras, notwithstanding what Yatra you try to bring about, what politics you try to do, the people have seen through you. Your promises, your Vade have been undelivered, untouched for the last 10 years.
Okay,
and now Yatra isn't going to be.
Yes, let's get in Shivam Chhabra now to respond. Shivam Chhabra, the people of India have decided they will, cast their vote, of course, in 2024. But before that, it seems that it's a battle of the Yatras. You heard what Ashpreet Kadiyal of the Congress had to say about your Viksit Bharat Yatra. You can respond, of course, also, Shivam. And as far as the objectives of the BJP were concerned with regards to this Yatra, are they being fulfilled on ground?
See, Uday, what is most interesting is we've talked on facts and figures. And I think as I was listening to what Raj Lakshmi ji was saying, the fact speaks for itself. We don't need to probably, convince Ashpreet Bhai, because he's certainly speaking on the other side of the story. So I've got nothing to say on that. The only thing, what political statement he was giving, that if this Viksit Bharat Yatra is more of a subtle advertising than something, what all jargons he was using. But I must probably correct him and say it is more of factual propagation of what we've done. And as far as you were saying that, the failure of the government or whatnot, let me just remind you, we are a party who believes in going out to the people, reaching out to the people every now and then. It is not a one-time process. We are a full-time party. We don't have part-time leaders like Rahul Gandhi ji. One-time Bharat Jodo with the people, with the leaders, with the people who have been, I would say, responsible for breaking this country every now and then. Now he wants to do a Yatra, Nyaya Yatra. So it is always an effort to do a relaunch of Rahul Gandhi. Nothing more than that. This is what I can say. And as you were saying, that we also need to realize we are a 1.3 billion country, and I think reaching out as I would say as many times as we reach out to the people, it's less. So propagation of our works and maybe what we've done for the people does not need any certification from the Congress Party. Congress Party should look within itself, and rather than concentrate on a relaunch, another relaunch party, another relaunch Yatra, which they are tend to bring in sometime soon.
Okay. Ashpreet, your quick response. Yes, Gyanendra, I know you want to come in. Ashpreet, quick response.
I'd only say one thing, Uday. Mr. Chabra did not once say that we haven't copied and pasted your schemes. This is indirect admission of the fact. Now, please do not interrupt me, Shiv. Now, this is an admission in itself, because they know it, they have done it. And now, even if you have copied and pasted, वो कहते हैं ना, there's a famous saying, नकल के लिए भी अकल चाहिए होती है. They could not take it to the people of India. They could not take it to the beneficiaries who deserved it the most. So for these people, we had brought about the schemes, we had ensured that it reaches to the people. But after the BJP came, the names were changed. There was renaming done, there was repainting done. Nevertheless, they did not reach, and there's been a wastage of time, there's been a wastage of resources, there's been a wastage of energy, there's been a wastage of money and whatnot. And the Bharatiya Janata Party, after their terms about to end, realizes out of the blue that the scheme needed propagation. This is already too late. And this is not going to help the Bharatiya Janata Party survive the 2024 elections. As to why the Bharatiya Janata Party, the main reason as to why the BJP had brought this is basically for the election. And my question to the Bharatiya Janata Party only is this not admission of the fact that you could not propagate these schemes, that your schemes could not reach saturation, despite there being so many years passing by, and I think this is as clear as a day for the Bharatiya Janata Party to see, for the people of India to see, and for them to gracefully admit it that they could not, and therefore they brought about this Yatra, if it is not advertisement, of course.
Yes, Gyanendra Mishra.
I just wanted, I would just respond to the point I was trying to make. See, I don't question the BJP for using these all welfare schemes, the propagating it for the benefit of the political, political benefit or political one-upmanship, because the election is coming and they want to go out and, propagate the various welfare schemes. But the point I was trying to make that if the constructive feedback would have been a part of this campaign, that would have been more beneficial to the common people of India. Because it is an admitted fact by the government itself that there are so many shortcomings and irregularities in the implementation of these various schemes. For example, if you look at, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, when the CAG itself has questions the multiple irregularities, and it has been tabled in the parliament, this report of the CAG, when the CAG has said that there is such a huge problem in the database with an invalid name there, duplicate health ID cards, the treatment of the dead people being done, multiple people using the same Aadhaar card. So these are the real and substantive shortcomings, which is a great hindrance in a proper implementation and utilizations of these schemes. And therefore, any attempt to get the feedback should not be in propaganda or or subtle advertisement, as the Congress spokesperson was saying, in bringing chosen people and coming and praising about on the videos about the the benefit that they have gone. The part of it should also be the constructive feedback, which I believe thousands and thousands of people are out there to give. And it has been, as I said, recognized and captured in the various statutory reports, including the CAG reports, which has been tabled in the parliament, which calls out the several shortcomings and serious shortcomings about the misutilization of funds, the incorrect database, etc. And any feedback should and must focus on these aspects of the implementation of the scheme as well, and that is where the true benefit would occur, unless it is entirely a political campaign.
Okay, let's leave it at that. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us. We've run completely out of time.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.